If you've struggled with stress, balance, or burnout, and simply feel discouraged or even defeated, and if you're ready to move from force to flow and enjoy ultimate Zen success in your career, health, or relationships, then the Zen Success Show is for you. Your host, Carissa Sims, is an entrepreneur, corporate consultant, best-selling author, meditation teacher, and healer who has found her own Zen success. Here's your host, Carissa Sims.
Welcome to this week's episode of Zen Success. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Elle Hari. Hi, Elle.
Hi.
Look at that smile. You have such a big, beautiful smile. I feel like the joy just bubbling outside of you for life and just helping others. What a gift you are to our planet. Let me tell you a little bit about Elle that is just scratching the surface of all of who she is. She is a #1 international best-selling author, teacher, coach, and twin flame and ascension alchemist. Her true purpose in life is to guide people on their twin flame journey so that we can achieve self-love and abundance and ultimately reunite with their twin flame. I was so interested in this because I just have a different philosophy, but maybe we have the same philosophy and I just have to talk to you. So we'll have to see. So her program has had 100% success and she has helped thousands of people find their twin flames. Welcome, Elle.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Yay. I'm so glad that you're here. First of all, just for myself and the audience, what is a twin flame and why is it important?
Okay, so first of all, our twin flame is the person who shares our soul. Everyone has and is a twin flame. It's how we're created. So our soul originates in 5D, right, which is the fifth dimension. We here in the physical world, reality as we know it is 3D, the third dimension. And the third dimension, it has an energetic paradigm of duality and opposites. So you can see there's like up and down, hot and cold, in and out, good and bad, light and dark. You know, everything seems to have an opposite. And opposites, when it's duality and opposites like that, that is fear-based energy. So the third dimension paradigm is one of fear-based energy.
Oh,
5D,
interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So 5D though, is not like that. 5D, where our soul originates, is everything just is. There's no opposites. There's no duality. It just is. And our soul is love energy. So it's just basically
love.
Right.
Okay.
So our soul incarnates here when we're born. First of all, it comes here to the fear-based paradigm, to the third dimension, to learn about things. Because in order to learn about things, in order to know like what's up, you have to first know what's down in order to, know what's relative to it in order to learn about it.
Yeah.
And so that's why we incarnate here in all of our lifetimes to begin with, is, to learn about things.
Okay.
And so when our soul
to experience things, maybe to feel. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And when our soul incarnates here, it needs to assimilate energetically with the third dimension paradigm of opposites and duality. So it needs to make two opposites of itself. And in energetic terms, which your soul is energy, like everything else, opposites are called polarities. So it needs to create two polarities of itself. And so it has two physical bodies. So one polarity is in one body of one twin flame, and the other polarity is in the body of the other twin flame. And it's important because it's just the divine truth of creation, and it's how we're all created. And it really doesn't really matter at all until you have you embark on the twin flame journey. So everyone has and is a twin flame, but not everyone is going through the chaos and confusion of the twin flame journey yet. But so that's really when it matters, is once you start the twin flame journey.
I see. And that journey, do you mean like a person sets an intention to meet their twin flame, or they accidentally meet them? They don't know it, or what?
Well, yeah, no, it's nothing conscious. You cannot consciously say you're going on
Okay.
this journey. Now, everyone has this a twin flame. Everyone has probably crossed paths with their twin flame in every lifetime. There's billions of people out there probably married to their twin flames, working with their twin flames, living next door to their twin flames, whatever, but they have no idea they're twin flames. And that's fine and that's perfect. The thing is, you could meet your twin flame and like almost immediately go on the journey, have soul recognition, or you could have been like high school sweethearts with someone and catch up with them again like 40 years later or 20 years later. And we've had students do this. I speak from
oh my God.
And all of a sudden then, you have soul recognition, we call it, which is what starts the actual journey of the twin flame journey.
Okay. Soul recognition. Because do you feel like sometimes people could have been in a past life with this person and then have that recognition? Or how is the soul recognition of the twin flame different than like maybe you have like an attraction to someone, or you feel like you know them or they're familiar? Do you see or sense that there's a difference? See, I have so many questions.
Yeah, there is a difference. First, I want to clarify. People say with your twin flame, you feel like you knew them right away. That's not necessarily the case. You can feel that way also with soulmates. So that's not just something that's unique to twin flames.
Okay.
You can meet someone.
Yeah. We're going to have to talk about soulmates after this.
Right. Yeah, sure. So, that can happen with really anyone you meet. So it's not unique to twin flames, although there's like a myth out there that that's what happens when you meet your twin flame. And that's not necessarily the case. It can happen, but it doesn't have to. So I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. What was the question? I'm sorry.
Oh, like when you meet someone, sometimes there can be a recognition, but you said, that there's a myth that, that you'll have this like, oh, I feel like I've known them forever, but not necessarily with a twin flame.
Right. I'm sorry. Yes.
That's okay.
Right.
Luckily, I remembered. We're in the flow of 5D. I don't know if I remember.
This happened to me earlier today too on a call. I lose my channel sometimes, and it throws me off. I apologize. So anyway,
that's fine.
Yeah. So what happens was, so with soul recognition, the difference between that is it happens on like the deepest subconscious level. So you're not aware when it happens. It's not like all of a sudden you have like this conscious recognition, like, oh, I know this person, or, oh, this person, we connect so well. It's not like that. You're not like hit with a bolt of lightning and it's just like suddenly, oh, there we go. It's not like that. It happens on the deepest soul level. The soul recognizes itself and the soul is not mind. So, it's nothing conscious. It's just happening. You don't feel it. You don't know when it happens.
Even if you're deeply connected to your soul, could you find some place in your heart like, okay, this might be my twin flame? How would you know that you're going on this journey and that this person is your twin flame?
The only way to know is so the energies, like I told you, there are two polarities, right? And so it's recognition, those become activated. Until then, they're dormant in each twin flame. And that's why twin flames can like be married for like years and not even know they're twin flames. But it's soul recognition, just that random moment when the soul decides that it's going to recognize itself. Those two polarities in each twin flame become activated and they build up, which is like this climactic, amazing like time when they're like drawn together like magnets. And that's when they feel like, those amazing things like, they've known each other forever. They feel like home. It's like no one gets them like that. The best sex ever, all that. Right. But then it reaches what we call a tipping point where the polarities start to manifest physically, and they manifest in a push-pull. So one twin flame becomes the push energy. The other twin flame becomes the pull energy. And the push energy pushes their energy onto the pull twin flame. And the pull twin flame pulls away in tandem. So when that happens, usually the push twin flame's left there. The pull twin flame like ghosts them or blocks them and like disappears out of nowhere. And so the push twin flame is left feeling, just devastated, like their soul's been ripped from their body. They become very obsessed. They have what's called core wound pain, which is some kind of pain in their heart.
Core wound pain. Okay.
Yeah. And that's just what, it's not really, it's not a wound. It's just what it's called, but it's the part, it's the chakra in your body where your energy pushes out from your soul energy pushes out from your body into the physical world. And everyone says that. So it's either your heart, solar plexus, or sacral chakra. And, so it's the push twin flame that knows it. The pull twin flame, it's the push twin flame that comes for help. It's we work with push twin flames. Are the only ones that are Googling about it. The only ones that, think about it really. I mean, they're the ones left there being like, what happened? Their whole world's turned upside down. They don't know what happened. The pull twin flame, you think they don't care, but it's not like that. It's just the pull energy. I mean, the push and pull energy both controls the mind. That's why the push twin flame becomes obsessed and only focused on the pull, but the pull has to focus anywhere but on the push because their energy is pulling them away from the push. Right. So they can't even think about it really. They just go on their own way sort of, and it's nothing intentional. It's just the energy. But so that's how because there's really 3 signs. It's the obsessive thoughts, it's the core wound pain. And then it's also this feeling of doubt that this could be you have this feeling in your deep within you and your essence that that this is something different, but it's just doubt that it could possibly be that. And the reason why is because doubt is synonymous with fear. And, the push and the pull is duality and polarity, which is fear-based energy, as we discussed earlier. So that's the 3 signs. That's how you know.
Interesting. Well, can you have this without the twin flame? Because it seems like there is a dynamic in relationships in general where, one person seems like a little bit more into that person, or they're pursuing them and the other person's more aloof, I find that can happen. That dynamic can happen a lot in relationships. I mean, what do you think about that in general? Just not even if they're a twin flame.
Oh yeah, for sure. That happens. Yeah, definitely. We have push pull with everyone else too. It's just they're not what else is on the exact,
even friends or acquaintances. Oh, yeah.
We're constantly pushing and pulling. Our energy is constantly dancing with everyone else's. That's how everyone is relating with everyone else. If you look at an energetic matrix of the world, it's like a spider web and everyone's
That's how we're doing that. Okay.
The only difference is the twin flame is the only one that shares your exact energy. So you push, they're right on the opposite end of that push. And the twin flame is always the push and the other twin flame is always the pull with each other. But with other people, you can go back and forth. They can go back and forth.
Oh yeah. You can oscillate. You can be one time be the push, one time be the pull. Okay.
With twin flame, it's not like that. And the difference is, yes, it could physically appear by physical appearance look like it's the same dynamic and it's the same thing that's going on, but the difference is of what's going on the soul spiritual level, the energetic level. This is a journey of the soul with other people. I mean, they're soulmates, your soul is learning things and you're still learning from them and stuff, but they're not your soul, so it's the same thing. They're not showing, it's not about what goes on physically. Like we tell our students all the time, this isn't about,
you're not going to be able to figure this out on that 3rd dimension. Yeah.
Oh, you can't. Right. It's a total shift of perception that you have to do it from the soul level. That's the way you have to put this journey. Yeah.
Okay. So do we have only one twin flame in our lifetime?
Oh yes. Only one twin flame throughout every lifetime. Yeah.
In all of humanity. Wow, that's deep.
It feels like it is. I know.
Yeah, it feels like a romantic movie, the journey for the twin flame. Okay, so then what's the difference between you talked about a soulmate. So now can we have many soulmates, and what is a soulmate?
Yes. Thank you for asking this question. So a soulmate, yes, we can have many soulmates. The twin flame is the person that shares your soul. The soulmate is anyone else. Everyone else, every other living being is a soulmate to one degree or another that comes into your life.
Oh, interesting.
It includes lovers, which is the most common, thought of a soulmate, but also family, friends, coworkers, neighbors, the stranger, to some little degree resonates with your soul, and even pets and animals. So, I mean, it's like
pets and animals. Wow. And it's I never thought about soulmates being all encompassing.
Yeah, because it's whatever, it's another mate of your soul. So it's anything that comes into your physical world somehow resonates with your soul's energy, right? And you're always emitting that out into the universe, right? Like your energy, like everyone else's. And if something resonates even to a little tiny degree, enough to like drive by you in a car, I mean, that's a little bit tiny degree of a soulmate, right? Yeah. So it's
yeah, I mean, you say right, but I never thought about it like that. You
sorry,
know?
yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's a mate of your soul. So any other soul that comes in
Into your
physical reality. Yeah.
into your reality. Okay. So interesting. So you could, just because someone comes into your life doesn't mean they're supposed to be your partner. They can be a soulmate, but it could be they're in your life temporarily. So because as we shift and change, like our vibration changes, and we might attract different people into our lives, right?
Exactly. Yes, that's exactly right.
Because our soul is shifting and then we're emanating a different message to the world.
Because you're shifting closer into alignment with your soul, which is your truth. Your soul's always there. It's the only thing that's eternal. It's the only thing that's ever there. Right. And then so through this journey of life, exacerbated by the twin flame journey and the ascension process. But even so, just throughout every lifetime, as we learn and as we learn, we shift closer and closer incrementally into alignment with our soul. Just as human consciousness, as it rises, that's what it's doing, because consciousness is synonymous with soul and not with fear and your mind and your physical being, right? Like the ascension process, ascension will be when we're in full, complete alignment with our souls. And that means we're devoid of fear. We're completely fearless and we're totally in alignment with love. But, your soul is it is an energetic vibration. It's a frequency of love. And within that, there's many different frequencies that make up love. So it's like peace, bliss, abundance, your passions, your true soul's purpose, all of that. And even the teeniest, tiniest incremental shifts closer into alignment with that could cause major shifts in your physical reality. Because as you do shift closer into alignment with your true soul, which is the most powerful energy in the universe, you're going to be broadcasting that out there more, right? And so then attracting more things that resonate with that truth of you into your physical life.
Yeah, that's so amazing. That is really warming my heart, because like I attracted you in my life, and like, and with my podcast, like they're just like the most amazing people that I could ever imagine. And because like I opened up that creative place in my mind to share more with the world, then I'm aligned with all these incredible people and resonate with them. So yeah, that's super cool. That it doesn't have to be necessarily just like my husband, or my kids and everything. And it's all of them.
Yeah, for sure. It is. You resonate with everyone that's in your life to any degree that they are, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Even the people. So now I'm going to give like little like looks of people like driving by. Because it's so interesting that you said that, even the people driving by, because I was thinking like, sometimes I feel a connection and I'm curious, like, I wonder what they're doing. And like, why am I curious? It's because like you're saying, that soul connection.
Yeah. Like everyone's in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, right? So, I mean, even if you don't know what that reason is, if your mind can't conceive of that reason, your soul has a reason and a purpose. And, your mind can't conceive of anything, like hardly anything that your soul even is. You know what I mean? It's just, far beyond, it's mind blowing, quite frankly. Your mind would blow.
Yeah. And then how do you relate this to spirit? Do you have a difference between soul and spirit? Because I feel like they're different, or do you feel like they're the same?
No, I feel like they're the same. I feel like there's just our soul. Okay. And, that's just, our soul. We're basically, that is who we are. And everyone is a soul, and we came from one source. But, we have all like, and like kind of like a family tree from the source. And we have soul families, the same soul group of souls that we incarnate with in every lifetime usually. And they're usually family members in the physical world as well, or family members of our twin flame, because they're also our soul, right? So our one soul has soul families that incarnate. But that's what I was told and think. I mean, I don't know what your definition of spirit is, if it's your own soul too. I mean, you could call it spirit, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like as we're ascending, that they will merge. Right now, the way I see it is that that the soul's a communicator with our spirit. And our spirit is like this, this grander part of ourselves, and that they work together, and that as we ascend, they start to become one. So that's my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. Of the soul. And it's like when I do my healings, I bring in the soul and the spirit of someone. So we all work together for their highest and best good. Yeah. So let's talk about some of the myths of twin flames. I feel like, oh, it's just this romantic notion that is idealized. And if we just love ourselves and connect, that we can live our best life without connecting with the twin flame. That's kind of like what I've always thought about a twin flame. Like, oh, why are people talking about this? And it's no biggie.
Yeah. It's biggie, but not for the reasons that probably people think. I mean, it's not about romance. It is not romance. If you were looking for romance, find a close resonant soulmate. Seriously.
Yeah. So this is so good that you said that, because there is a myth that it's about romance.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I mean, it, like I said, in that first part, as soon as you have soul recognition and you're drawn together like magnets, it can feel like the most sweep you off your feet romantic thing ever, but that's not what it's about. I mean, that's very short lived compared to the whole journey, right? The average is 6 weeks that people are like, the twin flames before they repel when that happens. So,
and then you might never see them again because they're repelling. Is that true?
Well, that's what we work with people. So they do get to see them. They do see them.
Okay.
But it's not just to jump back into some romantic relationship either. You see them again. So they come in so that you see the twin flame. There's another myth that it's not really a myth, but it's misconstrued, that the twin flame is your mirror. And so people think like, oh, so my twin flame thinks this or likes this or feels this, so that should be what I'm doing. But no, it's not. Nothing on the physical is what you share. You share the soul, same soul. So whenever your twin flame comes in, they show you a part of yourself. And that part is within you, not what the twin flame is doing or saying or thinking or feeling. It's your fear-based energy that comes up. And so that's the part of yourself your twin flame shows you that you're meant to see. And then you alchemize and you transmute it into love. And that causes you to shift closer into alignment with your soul, like we talked about. And then that's part of the ascension process. The twin flame journey is part of the ascension process. So it's not about romance. It's work. It's work that your soul is requiring you to do. You can't ignore it. There's no way you'll be able to ignore it. And but it's beautiful. It is a blessing, but it's necessary work of seeing yourself, accepting that part of yourself without judgment, which is love. And then that's how you love yourself. You accept it without judgment, and you shift closer into alignment with yourself. So that's when they say you have to love yourself. That's what the loving yourself is. It's not love like in the physical world version that we are taught what love is. It's it's your natural state of being. Your true state of being is love, because that's what your soul is. And it's shifting closer into alignment with that. So it's an energy. It's an energetic space of being.
Yeah. Any other myths that?
Oh yes, there's lots of myths. So probably one of the biggest ones out there is that separation. We're in separation. My twin flame and I are in separation. Well, again,
I heard somebody talking about that recently, about separation, like that causes problems.
Well, yeah. And like people, it's one of the stages that people have, that you have to move through these stages to go through this journey or something like that. And there's no stages, there's no phases. You're in total charge if you just learn what to do. You don't have to do any of these stages. Other than soul recognition, but that's not even a stage. It's just, the moment that it happens. But, so separation, it's like when it might appear, but to the physical senses that you're separated, right? But again, that's not the level this journey takes place on. You can't approach this journey from that level, even though that's what we feel comfortable doing. That's what we're used to doing. But that's the point of this journey. It's raising you up out of that perception. That's part of the ascension process. You're rising up out of that. And so, so you're never separate. You're one soul, and it's the strongest energy that exists. You're like an energetic field that you and your twin flame share with no one and nothing else in the entire history of the cosmos. There's no way anything can separate that. You can't separate, an energetic field. You can't separate an energetic wave, especially one that's that strong. I mean, it transcends time, it transcends dimension, it transcends, everything. It's just, there's no boundary that can stop it. So there's no separation. And be separated from your twin flame, you'd be separated from yourself, and you can't separate from yourself. How do you separate from your soul? You can't do that,
Interesting.
That's enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And so is your latest book, Twin Flames Exposed? Is that your latest?
That was my first one, actually.
That's your first book. Oh, okay. Yeah. Awesome. So what did you want to talk about any other books that you wrote?
Well, actually, following on the whole love thing, I wrote a book called Love Exposed, and it's not about twin flames. It's about love and how we can shift closer into alignment with ourselves and really find love, and just about how the physical world definition of love, it isn't really what love is. Love isn't a verb. Love isn't, that's not what it is. Love
has been misused, right?
Right. Well, I mean, it works. It serves its purpose for, physicality and all, and that's fine. But, physicality is fear-based. And for a fear-based definition of love is kind of an oxymoron, because fear and love can't coexist. Fear knows nothing about love. They're totally mutually exclusive. So, for fear-based people's minds and whatever to come up with what love is at some point, early in our evolutionary history, that's not true what love really is. But anyway, so Love Exposed will take you through things on how to how to actually work with your energy and shift closer into alignment with your soul. That was my second book. And then my most recent book was Savvy Spirituality. And that's just for people who aren't really even spiritual yet, but, just to tell them, help take them through the basics of spirituality and how to intentionally create, really, but not from your mind, but from your soul, because your soul is everything you desire, and it's more powerful than your mind anyway. So, so those are my 3 books. I'm coming out. It's been 5 years since I wrote Twin Flames Exposed. And so
wow.
The anniversary edition is coming out later this year.
Oh, that's great. Maybe that's what I saw on your site. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so exciting. So, so everybody buy her books, and also the Savvy Spirituality. That's not just for beginners, because you have a lot of wisdom that could be for intermediate and advanced as well. So I just wanted to say that was your intention, I know, to help people along, saying you're not alone, let me hold your hand through this process. But, there's still a lot of deeply spiritual people that are still having problems with the process. It's because it's intense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I know. Well, but it's a process, and everyone's exactly where they're meant to be at every moment. It's perfect. And here's the thing, you can never go backwards. It might feel like it, and I know it can seem like it, and the physical world can make you think like you're going backwards. Making no progress, but that is simply not possible. Soul will not allow you to go backwards. You can't unlearn what you know what I mean? So you can't spiritually, you can't unlearn it, so you're never going backwards. And every day, more and more people, the more people that become more conscious or raise themselves up in consciousness a little bit, or make that little incremental shift, helps raise everyone else, the collective consciousness, up as well. So everyone's constantly, you're constantly going forward. You can't go backwards. So I know it can feel like it, and your soul will not allow you to stay stagnant. It will not, because you're here for one reason, that is to keep learning and keep progressing.
So when you redid this Twin Flames Exposed edition, did you add more wisdom to it? How did you change it and update it?
So Twin Flames Exposed, it was just to expose the most common myths, and in so doing, talking about what twin flames really are and what's really going on. At the time, this was 5 years ago. Since then, this whole sector of twin flames is just blown up unbelievably. And it's become.
Is it in the media? Like, what do you mean?
More in
Like,
the
it's
media.
really hot and hot topic right now?
Yeah, it is. It's a hot topic. I've been interviewed by Nikki Swift to talk about when like Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly were twin flames and stuff like that. So it's very much in the media now, a lot more so. I think there's some like Amazon TV thing coming out about twin flames that I was consulted on, stuff like that. So there's a lot more going on about this stuff.
Oh, wow. That's good that they consulted you.
Right, it is, because if you just Google about twin flames, 99% of the information out there about it is like these myths or misconstrued or completely just not right and wrong. And I mean, that's fine, because people, like I said, like to look at it from how they're used to looking at it, which is only on the physical senses and what's going on. This is real life. So what's going on here? But it's not. This journey is about the soul, and it's the only way to really approach it. So my new book, my second book, the updated version, I should say, of Twin Flames Exposed. It's more myths have been like created since I wrote this first one 5 years ago. So I'm just adding more of the new myths and, just kind of going to dispel those. I haven't really written it yet though. So I'm in the process, but it's going to be the first book mostly, and then just stuff added to it.
No, that's great though. Because it's so important to just keep updated and fresh, and if you come out with it again, then people can buy the latest version. And so that's awesome.
Yeah.
So did you, go ahead.
No, I know. I was just going to say, it is very important for people on the journey to, not be caught up in all of the, incorrect information, because what that does actually is, believe it or not, that feeds the fear-based energy, the very fear-based energy that's pushing out and pushing your twin flame away and causing your obsessive thoughts and your pain and everything. That's feeding it. And so what we teach people to do is to not feed it, to stop doing that. But like all this other like information and myths and all this other stuff coming in is, it all does is it works against what, really you want to try to do on this journey.
Yeah. So that is really important. You need a guide like that to help you stay focused and on track. So do you have your own story? Did you find your twin flame?
Yes. Well, we met. Yes. We had soul recognition. Yes. So it was 9 years ago, and we met randomly at some bar.
And was this a love interest?
Not at that time. No, not the first meeting. But we met again in like a month later. And actually it was like, no, it was 3 months later. Wow. It was 3 months later. And then it was like, yes, we were like, drawn together like magnets, and he like moved in with me for 6 weeks, and then he bailed, he ghosted. And it was like the best 6 weeks of my life. I was like, oh,
wow.
Happened.
That's
and
so sweet. That's the best 6 weeks of your life. And then
but then, the leaving, it's like, I felt like, I mean, my core wound is in my sacral chakra. So if I felt like I was disemboweled, like my soul had been pulled out from there, I couldn't function. I couldn't do anything. I was newly divorced right before I met him. And I was single mom. I got full custody of my kids, and they were like 2 and 4 at the time.
Oh my God, just little babies.
I know. And I couldn't function on them. I couldn't be the parent. I knew it. I could see myself, but all I would do was go drop them off at preschool, come back home and lay on my floor and cry for like 10 hours straight. So I had to go pick them up again. And it was just, I couldn't focus on anything. I was a lawyer before this. I couldn't even focus on my work. It was just, I couldn't do anything. All I could do was like stalk him on social media till he blocked me. And then like call every psychic, every spellcaster, I called a voodoo mambo, my therapist. I was like driving everyone crazy all the time. This went on for 6 months. It was like torture. It was hell. And then 6 months in, I called like the 13th psychic on this call-in line. And I told her,
I remember those.
Yeah. The story about, again, for the millionth time. And she was just like, oh, it sounds like you're twin flames. And I'm like, what? And she,
that is so cool.
Because, back then it wasn't all in the media or anything. This was 9 years ago.
She ignited your destiny.
Right. So then I Googled twin flames and two things came up, two people. So now it's like pages and pages, but two things. And the first one was this lady named Leora who lived in Australia. And so I was able to go onto her website and book. I could just pay her right there through the site and book sessions with her. So I had one that night and, she saved my life. She's the one who taught me everything.
My God, that's so beautiful.
Oh my God, yes, within 2 weeks of working with her. I was totally like functioning normal again. I could focus on things. I could be the parent my kids deserved, everything. And then within 3 months of working with her, my twin flame who had blocked me told me to F off, moved in with another person like a week after he ghosted me. Started like hitting me up again, blowing up my phone, moved out, broke up with that girl. I mean, it was just amazing. And then I continued to work with her every day for 2 years straight, every single day. I'm talking weekends, holidays, you name it. We worked together. And then what happened was she got sick and she passed away almost 2 years to the day when I started working with her. And then that's what, and then a year after that, and then so her website was still up for people to buy her teachings and stuff. And for a year, and then after that, it was taken down. And then, so that's when I wrote Twin Flames Exposed, because I was like, she saved my life and there's got to be other people going through this. And, now they're missing her. They don't have her help to do anything. So that's when I wrote Twin Flames Exposed. And that's all I was going to do and continue on my merry way. And all these people found me on Amazon and started reaching out to me. Please help me. Please help me. And I didn't know that I could. I mean, luckily I've magnetized in some very, very awesome, business and success coaches to help me, to give me the confidence I'm like, I can't coach people with this. I mean, Leora, she channeled the archangels in our meetings and stuff. I don't do that. I don't talk to angels, I was like, I can't do this. I'm a lawyer. And, but, they were like, you can, this is, and it was my purpose. And so that the rest is just built, that they say you don't find your purpose finds you. And I see it a lot with our students too. Like all of a sudden, like they're in one career when they start our programs, and then their clair senses open up or something as a result of the journey. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, I need to be helping people with my mediumship or whatever it is. Right. And so it's really beautiful. Your purpose finds you a lot on this journey, you're shifting closer into alignment with it. That is your soul as well.
Oh, that's amazing. So are you married now?
No, I'm not married now.
Okay.
In one divine thing. Yeah. I was married. I was divorced. I don't have no desire to ever get married again.
Oh, okay. But do you have a partnership?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better. Cause I almost feel like I'm married, but I feel like it's an old paradigm.
Yes.
And, that partnership, I feel like is more enlightened, is part of where we're going. That's my opinion anyway.
My opinion as well. It's marriage was created. It's a man-made institution, right?
Okay.
Created originally to oppress women. I mean, back in like the dark ages or whenever it was created.
Oh, okay.
It was to oppress women.
Yeah.
And I mean, now obviously that's not the case, but I have videos on this and people, I
bet you get a lot of comments
about what love really is. Love is actually freedom. And to put I don't know, marriage is almost like you're imprisoned, not like you are imprisoned, but you're
right.
You
belong to someone.
You belong to someone, right? It's more of like possession, right?
Yeah. And like I don't even wear my ring. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, I know a lot of people that don't do that because they're just like, it's like, I'm not, it feels like they own you, right? Or you're owned. And that's not love. Love is freedom, actually.
It is. Yeah, you're right.
And
so free, set them free. Sing. If you love someone. Yeah. Yeah. Set them free. I love that. It's so true.
Yeah, it is. And, and even the whole concept of like, rules in the relationship or, monogamy. Now, monogamy can happen naturally, like where, but to have a rule, like, I don't know, stuff like that. Just putting rules is against the whole concept of what love really is, that's fear-based. It's trying to control and like possess and, hang on to something and attach and, and hanging on to something is fear-based. Freedom and stuff. Yeah. So it's since this journey, I've learned, that's become my opinion of all of that.
Yeah. So when you found your twin flame and you had this connection again, did you feel like it helped you achieve some of the things that you help your clients achieve, like that self-love and abundance and all that?
Well, um, well, without my twin flame, I wouldn't be on this journey, but I feel like I achieved, no, I achieved, well, he helped me, all twin flames help. They play the role of, they show you your fear-based energy. So more of that you see, and you alchemize and transmute into love, the more you shift and the more you achieve all of that other stuff you mentioned. So yeah, and he did indirectly. He doesn't, he didn't intentionally do it. He has no idea.
Yeah. But that's so cool though, because it's like, just to have that concept of this person that, in the 3D world, you think, oh man, they're just a jerk. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or whatever. But it's like, he played such a powerful role in your destiny and who you are and on this journey of life. It's just incredible to have that shift in perception of things that happened to you.
Yeah, for sure. And people come in, and rightly so. I was there too, like just distraught and angry and pissed off, and their twin flames, narcissists and all this other stuff. But, it's, when you look at it on the physical level, at first it is, but then as you balance and first of all, your twin flame comes back, you magnetize them back. And then secondly, it's like, you just realize, but you get to the point where it's okay if they're not even back. And then that's when they're back, right? It's a paradigm. Yeah. And it goes with that whole letting go of feeling like you need them or want them. That's all fear-based energy. And so as soon as you get to the point where I'm good, I'm whole, complete on myself.
Yes.
I am joy. I am, purpose.
That is the place.
Yes. I am love, and you're whole and complete. And, actually, to be honest with you, I love my solitude. I need to take time out away from him, away from everyone, and just,
I'm right there with you, sister. Yeah.
Because I don't need people, I used to feel like I needed people around me all the time, and I couldn't be still, I had to go out like to the next party and do whatever, and like, and no, I love the lockdown. I loved it. My students, we loved it. We're like, oh, this is so nice. You don't have to like deal with anything else out there.
It was peace. I felt so much peace.
I know a lot of people had difficulty with that. It was difficult for a lot of people out there in the world, but with us, we were just, we already were peaceful within ourselves. You find that, and then no matter where you are, no matter what's going on outside of you, it's always there. Yeah.
And do you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't want to give you too much pressure, but like Leora, like her legend lives on through you?
Yeah. Her legend, I feel like I've been bestowed with, passing on her legacy, continuing her legacy for sure.
Yeah.
I talk to her, anyone who follows our videos or my podcast or anything, they know, she was my teacher and who she was. And she's just beautiful. And, she's with us here now. She's with us when we, anytime I have calls with my students or do videos, I'm channeling her.
Yeah.
So, she just started coming to me. And one of my students who is very spiritual, she was like, oh, you're channeling Leora. And it's interesting because people, I've been asked questions so much and like so many different situations come up with my students that, I didn't talk about with her, but yet somehow I know the answer, it's like their cognizance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's always helping. She's always here still guiding. I guess she's doing it through me, but yeah.
Yeah. That's
I didn't make any of this up. Like I didn't create any of this. This is all her own downloads. This is all based on her teachings and,
Yeah. But now you're getting your own downloads. Like you are ascending and claircognizant, but they're not all from her. I just want to say that there is a part of you, the divinity within you, that is also expanding on them. So,
okay. Well, thank you.
FYI, that's my opinion. So do you call yourself an Ascension alchemist? And what is that to you?
Yeah. So a twin flame and Ascension alchemist, but twin flame is part of the Ascension.
Oh, that's part of that. It's like another term. Okay. Got it.
Well, it's a congruent term, because twin flames, the ascension process encompasses more than the twin flame journey, but the twin flame journey is part of it. Right. So it's like, so ascension is when, like I said, when we're going to be totally 100% in alignment with our souls. That means we're total love energy. We're fearless. There's no fear-based energy. And fear-based energy is what tethers us to this physical 3D world, right? So when we reach ascension, we're not going to need anything in the physical world, not even our bodies, right? So we're not even in water and food or anything when we reach full ascension, right? But in the meantime, we have to, like, in order to get there, we have to alchemize or transmute our fear-based energy into love regarding every single thing and everyone and every situation, anything that has energy, which is every single thing. We have to transmute our fear-based energy regarding that into love. The twin flame journey is doing that regarding yourself. So the twin flame shows you that within yourself, and your twin flame is yourself on the soul level. So you transmute your fear-based energy regarding yourself. Out with everything else, eventually after the twin flame journey, or you could do it before, but you'll have to do with everything and everyone else as well. Yeah. And so that's what alchemy is. It's basically transmuting. We call it balancing, actually, because it is the push and the pull and the polarity. So we like balance it, make it neutral. But whatever you want to call it, that's what alchemy is. It's taking the fear and transmuting it into love.
That's awesome. It feels like a superpower. Like you just want to take the chi of it, like qigong, and like take fear and like transmute it to love. How old are your kids now?
They are 14 and 11.
Oh, cool. I have a 10-year-old and 7-year-old.
Oh, good. Same difference in age.
Yeah. Pretty close. 2 years, 9 months.
Yep.
So, what is the divine truth of creation?
That's like, remember when I said how we're all created, we all have a twin flame, and
that's what it is. So it ties into that.
Right. That is the divine. Yeah. That everyone.
Oh, okay. Got it. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So since this podcast is called Zen Success, what does that mean to you?
Zen success. That's a good question. I think that it means, to me, it would be more like with your purpose, like when you attain a sense of Zen or peace. I call it your soul feelings, or whatever you want to call it. That the Zen, that just being there. I don't know, it enables you to reach your success, which would be like your purpose and your passions. And, again, it's synonymous with abundance and joy and peace and love. And so I think that's Zen success is the more you can hang out in that space, the more you will experience all of those things.
Oh, I love it. I love the way you just said it so effortlessly and so simply. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you and hearing about all of your prolific writing and how you help others connect with their twin flame. I'll put your website, how to buy your books, and connect with you in the show notes. And much Zen success on your journey.
Thank you so much. Lots of love.
That's it for today's episode of Zen Success. Head on over to iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you listen to shows. Zen Success is also available on the radio in select markets through amfm247.com. Subscribe to the show and share with friends. Be sure to head on over to zensuccessshow.com to help you on your Zen success journey, and join us on the next episode. May you find your own Zen success in life.